And we are back.
We are back, bumble bitches.
I'm actually recording on everything right now, so I apologize. Have to sync everything so that when we go back and edit all this later, it works. Doesn't look like Facebook is getting any feed there. It's okay though, I guess. So we are like 3 weeks away from Thailand. Back still ain't quite where it needs to be for the trip.
You're getting there though.
And we have so much other shit going on.
Yeah.
That we haven't done a whole lot of research for a whole lot of things. She's eating some of your snot tissue. She's still got some.
Hey! How did that even get down there? Get away, go. Shoo. Be gone.
Some of it just fell out of her mouth.
No!
Really low. On your, oh, no, not on your front.
You're good.
Okay.
I wonder, is that saying anything on Facebook? It's not showing Facebook.
It says streaming.
It's showing here, though. It's just not showing numbers. Okay, it's good. That's all that matters. But because we have all of this going on and doctor's appointments, we haven't really done a whole lot of work-related stuff like reading work-related books or...
I've done nothing. I've been sick.
Yeah, well, you have been for like 3 days now.
I've been trying to just survive. Being sick is the worst thing for me. My mental health is at its worst when I'm sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
So we are going to do some bullshit today.
Okay.
This is normally where we would record a Friday episode. We are going to do that. It will be live so that you guys will be able to interact as we do things. We are going to not read emails. Well, we have one email. We may do another one, but we have at least one email we're going to do for this episode. But this episode is a free-flowing pick on TikTok.
Okay.
I have things that like I've seen that I've saved that I want to talk about. And then I also have conversations of some people that just instantly made me want to push them off of a cliff. So it would be fun. We haven't done a TikTok make fun of the comments in a while.
You're right. You're right. And this is not, so you said that, and this is not funny at all. But last night when we were watching Hacksaw Ridge, the way he kicked that guy off the cliff, that's exactly what I just pictured.
That's funny.
That was such a good movie.
It was a good movie.
I see movies like that and I hear stories like that and I'm like, I really ain't shit. Like, I really question my purpose in life when I hear those kinds of stories because that's life-changing shit.
Yeah, well, some would say the same thing about what you're doing on the podcast. So.
I know. It's just I don't see it the same way as somebody saving people during war. It's crazy. Can't compare experiences and all those kinds of things. It's a whole rabbit hole, but... I looked at you last night and I was like, humans communicating is just a human experience experiencing itself.
Funny.
Because I would have never have experienced or anything akin to that of that story if we never watched that movie.
Yeah.
And now I understand the human experience just a little bit better.
That's good. So we are, I'm seeing comments pop up. You guys see us look over here. There's a TV there that's got all of our chat up so that we can see what's going on. As you guys are saying, this is the first time I've ever caught a live, blah, blah, blah. We normally do this on Wednesday.
We do. But here we are on a Thursday.
On a Thursday, right. So Wednesdays are our live streams at noon every Wednesday, I believe.
Yep.
Might be 11. I could be wrong. Could be 10. I don't know. It's Wednesdays. So if you want to catch a live stream, guaranteed, it's almost always Wednesday.
We'll be here. Turn on the notification bell. It'll let you know.
Okay, so I have so much stupid shit I want to talk about.
Okay.
You want to just bullshit for a little bit? Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that we're building the van.
Right.
Okay. First of all, I'm sorry. Because I know the last like 3 weeks I've been kind of manic. And I'm like, get rid of the car, get rid of the car. Buy a new bike, get rid of the bike, get another bike, get rid of the e-bikes, get rid of this, get that, buy the gym, sell the gym. And that's been my brain for about 3 weeks. And I'm fully fucking aware that I'm going through what I'm going through, but we're winning.
We're
deep
doing
freezer,
great. Yeah.
selling things, cleaning out the garage. Like,
right.
I really want to go to Burning Man. And
I really want to go to Burning Man.
You're not supposed to be enabling this mindset. We've been building the van. We own it.
We do.
We just got to get a bed in there, and we have to buy either a solar powered generator to take with us in the van or an actual like Honda generator to go to Burning Man. Because if I can run that air conditioning, I don't need to shower for a couple days. I have bad mental health. I'm golden.
Oh, we can Navy bath it.
I would absolutely want to shower if I was in the desert. Jesus, could you imagine how bad that would suck? Anyways, We would have to Navy bath it. You're right. Because I'm not going to put a shower
no, I
in
plan
that,
on
that
bringing
van.
one of my like massive mixing bowls and we can like squat and clean. We got it.
Or
Yeah.
we can sell the van and just buy one that's done that's got a fucking shower in it.
Are we gonna get it wrapped again?
Probably.
I would want it wrapped again.
Yeah. I don't want to have them cutting into to put the like a shower and shit in for us into the van that we already have. It would be way smaller if we bought one though.
How much smaller?
Well, we have the 2500. It's like
It's big. It's a bus.
Yeah, it is. It's the longest Mercedes Sprinter van. It's like the 144. We'd have a short bus.
If we're gonna downsize, I would want to see it in person.
Yeah. The cost is going to double because you're basically taking out financing for a second home to buy a Class
this is a
B.
little mobile home type thing going on.
Maybe we should probably look into renting one for the weekend. That might be way smarter, right?
That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, renting. Do they rent those
They
things?
do. Yeah. You can rent toy haulers and
That's
RVs and all
smart,
that
yeah.
shit. So
Let's
we just
rent one.
find one, go rent it, go to the desert for 3 days, have a shower,
Yeah.
bring it back, and then just do
Oh
it
my
again next
God.
year.
Burning Man outfits. It's gonna be a whole fashion show for me.
I'm just looking for the experience of Burning Man or being at Burning Man.
We're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that I got that out of the way, 'cause
Okay.
I've been thinking about that since I cleaned the garage out this morning.
Nice.
Where do we want to start? Let's start with the marriage conversation.
Okay.
Somebody asked on my TikTok, on the Voice of the Broken TikTok last night, if they should have any type of ill feelings towards their friend who is still married, going through a divorce. The divorce is just not finalized, but they've already started talking to someone else. She's like, is this wrong? And it's not a black and white answer
Right.
because there's so many factors that go into that. So from your standpoint, how do you feel about that?
I think once two people say the relationship is over, the relationship is over. There are no longer ties there. The relationship doesn't end when the government gives you permission to end it.
Right. So what about in the case of marriage and not just a relationship, like true marriage, spiritual marriage? I mean, not because you were talking government.
Yeah. When does that end?
Yeah.
The same thing I just said, when both people decide the relationship's over.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to sound really shitty, but even if one person decides the relationship's over at that point, you can't force somebody to be with you.
I agree. My hang up in all of this comes down to the true spiritual aspect of what a marriage should be.
Yeah.
And when you're speaking into that aspect, I think that it changes what the definition of marriage is and the expectations of it. But with what I was thinking with that entire thing is, most marriages end way before divorce papers are even discussed.
Yeah.
Right? They're over long before it gets to that point. People stay out of necessity, convenience, fear, uncertainty. Like, who's going to want me now? You know, my life isn't really that bad and we're not having sex, so it doesn't really matter. I can live like this, be alone in it for the rest of my life anyways, that kind of shit.
Right.
So why would you be mad at somebody for moving on after the separation has happened and the divorce papers have filed?
Right. Why is that a slight towards you?
Right.
It's not your relationship ending. It's not affecting your friendship with them. Any judgment I have really towards their marriage doesn't matter.
Right. And seeing that was where my mind went with that too, is why should anybody else even remotely give a shit? Because you're not in that
Right.
relationship. They're not in that relationship.
Right. The relationship has ceased to exist.
And if somebody is doing something that's making them happy, why should you have any shame, judgment, blame, or
Persecution.
any type of investment in that? It's not your life that's being lived. Is that just so that you can feel superior and be like, oh, look at them and what they're doing? Right? Like
I would never.
Right. Yep. I went down a rabbit hole about that this morning with
Think about what the Ton would say.
the marriage thing. You really are waiting on Big Daddy government to go, oh, you guys are wanting to get divorced? Yeah, well, I want you to go to a class first, and I'm going to court order you to go and do some other like therapy things, and we're going to really just try to make this work because I, as a judge, don't fucking agree with divorce. Right? So now he's court ordered all these things, prolonging the divorce process. You got two people that hate each other or could be in a dangerous situation.
Isn't that what women fought against?
And the government is now saying you can't just end your relationship. I have say, you sign that paper that says I get to dictate your home. So if the divorce ends when the relationship is over and it just takes 2-3 years for a divorce to go through, I don't understand why that's even a question for people.
Right.
Curious if anybody else feels the same way. Because the more I think about it, the more stupid that sounds to me.
Right. It blows my mind that people will be so hung up on, oh, well, they're still legally married. They've been separated for 5 years. One of them's like in a committed relationship, engaged to somebody else, just waiting for this to be pushed through.
Right.
Blows my mind. That very much shows the people who pause in time and the people who continue living their life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point too. People do get caught up in that moment and tend to stay there. Takes 30 minutes to get married, takes a minimum of a year to get divorced. Hey Peyton, how you been?
I'm still sick, guys. I'm not contagious anymore, but I'm still very congested. I'm mucusy, coughy, so apologies for all of this.
All right. From the screenshots, because I've been taking them. Actually, you know what? Let's do a shitty one first. Because fuck this guy.
Okay.
I don't know what order these are in, because he didn't just make a comment and then a comment thread. It was like comment, individual, and it's all over the place.
Okay.
And it's never in order. So
Okay.
this video is about young kids being able to talk to their parents.
Is this your video?
This is well, it's ours from the podcast, yes.
Okay.
And it was, your kids should be able to tell you anything.
Right.
And if they don't, if they feel like they can't tell you what's going on and they're lying to you about everything, it's because of the way that you've trained them in those things. That was the video.
Yeah.
And it was like, our kids break one of their toys and come in and go, hey, I broke my toy. I appreciate you telling me. You're not in trouble. It's your toy. It doesn't matter that you broke it.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours.
Yeah.
Break whatever you want. The other side of that was if they broke their toy and then hit it, and then we had to ask them, and they lied about it, they would have got in trouble for the lie, but not for breaking their toy.
Right.
And when kids understand that they're not going to get in trouble for telling you what's going on, and you're going to support them and be there and help and guide them, you get a very different response. Mm-hmm. And that's what this video was about. It was about you training, you adapting new behavioral traits to properly raise your children, right? Mm. This dude wrote, I'm an adult. Very first statement. I'm an adult.
I sure hope so.
I am being treated like a fucking kid. I don't want to be here anymore. And to be honest, but there's no way out. I don't have a car. I can't go anywhere. That's not going to change. Have to find another comment. Nope. Okay. Then goes on to say, so my father will get mad and he'll start throwing stuff around, but I know in 2 weeks he's not even going to be able to remember why he got mad. That's life. This entire thing is some random ass adult doing a trauma dump in my fucking TikTok comments.
Right.
He said, I can't find a job, which isn't great, or I can find a job, but it isn't great. Getting as far away from here as possible would be good. Bro, you still live at home with your parents and you've done nothing to change your fucking life.
Right.
This is a choice. You are making decisions every day that's keeping you in that situation. And I read that comment and I started fucking getting aggravated because of all the victim mentality. And all I could think of is like, if I was unhappy with the situation, I'm changing the situation.
Yeah.
It is that fucking simple. I don't like this. I'm fucking changing because this is stupid, whatever. That's the victim mentality that I talk about all the time. That pity me. The world's out to get me. Nobody will fucking help me. Like, help yourself.
Right.
Why would you get on the internet and do that and trauma dump like that, complaining about a life that you're doing nothing to have? What is that going to get you? I mean, other than obviously me talking about it now, but you might have gotten a video reply from me. Did it make you feel better? Like, bro, you need a therapist. You need a mentor.
A life coach.
Something.
Yeah.
Like, shit's wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild. It feels like we've been on here for so much longer than 16 minutes because we've just jumped from topic to topic to topic.
Yeah.
The wambulance. All right. Where's the other one? Okay. This was the one from the chat earlier. I really don't want to do this one now.
Why? Did you get it out of your system?
I did. I got it out of my system earlier, and now it's just not as exciting.
Funny.
This says, "Good afternoon. I just went to the bar and saw a man ask the lady he came with why her nails were not done." So she's eavesdropping, like she's listening to other people's shit right now. Busybody. Put your finger on your nose. You're being nosy, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I was reading the chat. Can you start over?
Damn.
I'm sorry. Somebody said that they disagreed with you on the topic, and I was like, why?
That's okay.
And then I went down a rabbit hole of why it felt unfair. But can you start that over again? I'm sorry.
Says, "I just went to the bar and saw a man ask a lady he came with why her nails were not done. Saw a man ask a lady." So she's being a busybody. She's dropping in other people's conversation.
Yeah.
The text message then goes on to say, "I just want to remind you to not be with the man who asks why your nails aren't done. Be with the man who notices it and gives you the money to get them done." And this is a text message from a mom to a daughter. That instantly triggered the shit out of me this morning. I was up for less than like out of bed, moving around for less than 15 minutes when I saw that shit. And I was like, this is exactly why men feel
Like bank account.
bank accounts, right? We're not. It's not about what we can bring into your life. It's about what we can give to you.
Right.
And this lady is telling her daughters to find men who give them money. Wouldn't that
I don't know what's wrong with asking. Like,
the nail thing?
yeah.
I think that's a good question.
Right. If you always have your nails done and you don't have them done now, are you depressed?
Could be.
Am I fucking up as a boyfriend? What's going on right now? Why are you not doing that self-care thing that you always do?
Right. I also don't think that it's a big deal to ask somebody that.
Yeah, it's just a question.
Maybe the person doesn't like to wear nails, and that the new person is there on a date is getting to know them and was like, "Hey, why didn't you do?" Maybe he's a fucking nail tech,
Yeah.
right? Like nosy.
Maybe that was her nail tech. Where were you, Samantha?
That's funny. Lewis said, "But if he's going to ask her why they're not done, just offer to get them done for her." No. I am all about spoiling a woman when you guys are together.
Right.
But when you are courting somebody, you're getting to know them.
I'm not giving you money for anything.
No. That, me paying you for your time is prostitution. I'm good on that. Yeah. Those were my big ones. I'm done. I have nothing else.
I made some notes.
I'm fucking glad.
While sick. These are stupid. These are really stupid notes. So it's titled Random Thoughts. I was also very baked when I did this.
So like now.
No, I was much more baked yesterday.
Okay.
So the first one says, "I just watched a video about Beyonce being interviewed by somebody with an English accent and she couldn't understand them." And it was just constant, "What? What? I'm from Texas. I don't know what's going on." Like, that's how she's acting. And I wrote, "As somebody who watches TV with subtitles, otherwise I can't understand anything anyone is saying. In real life, if someone is speaking to me with an accent, I might as well be disassociating because I don't understand anything." So I relate to Beyonce on that level.
All I can think of is you putting on one of those fucking scrolling signs and hanging it around their neck and be like, with a button on an app.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you speak into this microphone, please?
It'll translate into
Yeah.
to text so that I can understand what the fuck you're saying. So I can pay attention.
And then this is another stupid. This has nothing to do with relationships at all. In your doom scrolling, have you come across that video of the New York guy on his bicycle approaching 3 police officers? And he goes, "It's that NYPD turban?" Like, super stoked about this turban. And he rides past this guy looking exactly how you would expect him to look with what he's about to say. And he goes, "That's not a turban. If you were cultured, you would know that's not a fucking turban." And the guy on the bike turns and looks at him and goes, "And what is it?" And he goes, "You're asking me that?" And he was like, Google it, dude. And the guy looks back at the police officer. He's like, "What is that?" And he's like, "A turban." And this guy goes, "Ah ha ha! Fucking idiot!" And he's like, "It's always these guys," like totally ripping on him with his New York accent. But what really got me was a comment on that video. And the comment said, "The laugh in this video is the same energy as Woody laughing at Buzz thinking he's a real astronaut."
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's wild the shit that we take notes about from videos that we see. Because I do the same thing. I'll watch a TikTok and then make a quick note so that I can come back to that thought later if I want to actually make a video about it.
Yeah. These were just things that made me laugh the other day or yesterday. Such a good video. I watch that every time it comes across my feed 2 or 3 times. Yeah, fuck that guy. That was so funny.
Are you going to be able to read the email? Did you bring your iPad?
No, I did not bring my iPad.
It's shitty. Are you going to be able to read it from your phone?
Ivy took my phone. Well, my work
How
phone.
dare her.
Okay, let's see.
We're going to do a quick email and then we'll interact with the chat for a little bit. I don't know how long we're going to be on today. I'd like to get over an hour.
Okay, so this one is titled, "Please Help." Hello, my husband and I have been together since high school and married for 27 years. A little background of us. We had our children young and they are all grown now. We are both in our 40s, both happy in our traditional-ish DS marriage. Our youngest child just started her last year in college and we've been so excited about having some just us time. He is my best friend and my safe space. Now on to my questions. A few weeks ago, my husband was diagnosed with a terminal disease, not cancer. And for the first time, we are not on the same page. He wants me to go back to college so I can get a better paying job after he dies. He has always had just in case money and has great life insurance, but he is very worried about me being okay financially when he is not around. I, on the other hand, want to make sure the last part of his life is full of all of the things he's always wanted to do but didn't. I want to give him all of the experiences he missed out on for us. There are also things I have always wanted to do, but only with him. I want to make memories before I cannot make any more. It's not the end of the email. I just need a break.
That speaks a lot on the difference between the two of them. Like all he wants to do is make sure that she's good for the rest of her life. And all she wants to do is make sure that what he's got left is good. You know what I mean? Like, but there's two different agendas there. He's like, you need to get a job, you know, school, da 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 da. You don't want to be fucking old and miserable and not able to survive.
And struggling, yeah.
Right. He does. It sounds like, I don't know, it's rough. That is a rough one.
This goes on to say, am I being selfish? How do I give my husband all the experiences and make his last years the best that they can be?
Okay, so here's the question. If he's extremely stressed out over the next couple of years of his life because he's worried about what's going to happen to you at the end of your life and like how you're going to make things work, do you think he's going to have the best couple of years? Or is there going to be that underlying anxiety of what's going to happen when I'm no longer here to take care of her? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're just staring at me.
Because I hate it.
Conscious.
I hate that this has to be a conversation.
Yeah.
I hate that people experience this. I hate that death is a thing. Like, fuck you for picking out this email.
That's Jenny's fault. She messaged it to the Death Star, and I was like, "Oh, that's an easy one."
Where? This continues on to say, I definitely do not want his last years to be spent worrying about me and money.
Oh, I just said that.
I am so sorry this is a bit of a rambling mess. Thank you for the advice. Any advice you could share?
Why not do both?
Why not do both?
If he's got the savings set aside for her to not have to work right now and could start school now and start doing that, going back for a degree or whatever she's trying to do, she would still be able to spend a whole lot of time with him. Because you can do schoolwork on your own time if you're doing the shit online, you know? That would be the best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, online schooling is the route that I would take. I would also be concerned about my future. Is the house paid off? Are our cars paid off?
It's a lot.
Yeah. Unexpected medical whatever in the future could be a thing.
Rose said, how do you not trauma dump when you want details? Doesn't the past events or patterns matter in order to get your advice? They absolutely do matter. But there's a difference between pity me emails where you want us to feel sorry for you and you are overdoing everything to make it sound like you're a victim versus telling the facts of what happened. And the facts of what happened are very often not one-sided. So like there could be miscommunications. So the details absolutely matter, but how you give the details are what's going to determine whether or not it's a trauma dump. If you're just venting about shit to vent about shit that has nothing to do with what you're actually going through right now, that's a trauma dump. And people do that shit. They'll send a fucking 15 paragraph thing that's not coherent. That's just all word vomit that has not, so we want people to be specific with details, but not from a victim mindset, I guess is the easiest way to explain that.
Noticing a pattern is different from saying my ass was beat 3 different times in the same paragraph.
Yeah.
Right? Saying that I have this baggage from my ex relationship. He cheated on me. I caught him 2 times in our bedroom. That's added information to a current struggle that you're having in your relationship that's useful.
Right. If
you are talking about childhood essay from your grandfather that you've worked through in therapy and it's been super helpful for you, we didn't need to know that. Has nothing to do with the relationship going on currently. That's already resolved information. That's what I view as a trauma dump.
Yeah.
Can you mute me for a second? I have to blow my nose.
I'm gonna mute both of them. All right, you're unmuted.
I want to get my high nostrils done too. Nasalang, maybe. That was a better one.
Do we have anything else?
I can look, yeah, definitely.
We could just do comments too.
I'm down to just interact.
We're 30. Okay, that works. We're 30 minutes in. So what's up, F-150 Killa? His reaction to the nose blowing. I could hear it. Sounded like it was coming from the back of your head.
It hurt, yeah. Yeah, a lot of congestion.
Sabrina said, will there be any meet and greets after we get back from Thailand? We have so much that we are trying to currently work through.
A lot.
Yeah. Thailand and Costa Rica is happening.
Mm-hmm.
We want to do a seminar / couples retreat at some point this year. We were hoping to do like a single night seminar somewhere. We have started looking into building out couple retreats that are limited slot, like 3 to 4 couples where they come and spend a weekend with us at an Airbnb and try to work through marriage shit that they're dealing with and like do group stuff. That's something that we want to try to figure out how to get situated. As for just like regular meetups, probably January or February of next year. I don't want to do any more like big group stuff that's just in a random spot after the bowling alley. That was a lot for me.
That was a lot for me too, yeah.
I like the smaller, quiet setting things. Like if we could do something where we rented an Airbnb and then did a...
Can someone grab all the super chats, please?
The, what do they call it when they bring your food to you? Damn it, I can't think of the word.
Serving?
No. Anyways, you could have your meal brought to the house and they can set your shit up and you can have catering. You could have a private dinner and then... Yep.
I went serving.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I also know that Jay wants us to come back out to Vegas. Mike and Katie are asking us to come back out, so we may do something outside of Florida, but I don't know.
Maybe.
I want to plan every time we fly somewhere to do like a meet and greet just to experience people, but it gets to be a lot when you're trying to plan it all. I think it's actually called DiGiorno. Mike was even asking about it. Peach, do you ever think about quitting careening? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. I remember when Peaches talked about, oh, never mind, it's gone. It was so fast.
Let me go back up.
Yeah. I remember when Peaches talked about making healthier choices. Were you guys together when Peaches considered herself unhealthy, and what support did you provide in the process? No, I was down almost 100 pounds when we started courting. You knew me at my highest weight. We had a friendship at my highest weight, but we weren't romantically involved when I started losing weight. That was just asking about support from you while me losing it. So no, we weren't together when I was losing weight.
No, but you and I have these vicious cycles of diet, unhealthy, diet, unhealthy, diet, unhealthy. I'm currently in my unhealthy right now.
Yeah.
But I'll get sick of it.
I am too. I've gone up like 5 pounds, 5 or 8 pounds. Yeah.
And we'll get sick of it and we'll
Diet back down again.
Yeah. You know, that's gotta enjoy life a little bit.
Sometimes I just want to fucking binge eat.
Same. And I'm a flavor binge eater, which makes it worse because it'll go from flavor to flavor to flavor, and then I've got like 10 things in front of me, and I'm like, well,
do you want to know what it is for me?
This is a bad decision.
It's a texture thing in my mouth. I really enjoy the texture in my mouth, so I'll keep eating to experience it. Yep.
That's so funny.
Oh, this chat moves so quick. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. Do I ever consider quitting gardening? I've thought about it, not smoking. And then I do it, and then I recognize that my life is a lot harder when I don't.
Yeah. And it's better for you than Xanax.
Yes. Yes. And alcohol. A lot better than alcohol.
Oh man, it's just moving, isn't it?
It is.
My husband and I are the only couple we know that have a joint bank account.
Wow.
It's strange, but why would, I don't know.
Is coming home at a reasonable time controlling?
Depends on how you demand it.
Yeah.
We can talk about respect. Because that's where
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
you know that song is about a woman cheating on her man while he's on the road. And then it became a woman's anthem. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I have to cough, excuse me. I spit on my sleeve. Sorry, guys. Hearing Carrie take deep breaths is killing me.
You
The wheeze is real.
I don't remember what we were saying.
we were talking about, is it controlling to want your person to be home at a reasonable time?
Gosh, no. If I need to be up at work by 4 a.m. and you're trying to stroll in at midnight drunk and loud, we're going to have problems.
Right. But that it speaks more to the respect of each other.
Right,
And
it
less
does.
about the control of the environment. That situation is really look, I have to be to work tomorrow. I need to go to sleep. And if you're coming in at midnight, it's disrupting shit.
Yeah.
So instead of having that conversation, it's easier to just be like, can you be home at a reasonable hour? That's
I agree.
the miscommunication that people do all the fucking time with. You're always at work. No, what you're saying is I miss you.
Right.
What are you giggling at over there?
Somebody said, I swear Peach is a walking, breathing, intrusive thought.
Oh my fucking God, dude. You guys should play D&D with her.
Speaking of D&D! Do you guys know what this is?
Can you go to her camera, please?
So, if you join us for our D&D evenings, Saturdays, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live streamed on Twitch and Facebook now, To Be Better Podcast, you would be familiar with my character, Elith. She has an obsession with teeth. And I wanted to share with you guys that my D&D characters are heavily rooted in me. So I've brought my box of teeth. Would you guys like to see the teeth?
We're getting ready to leave, and she's like, I'm going to bring my teeth to show the live stream what we do in D&D.
I have to wait for it to catch up.
I gotta go.
All right. So, disclaimer, some of these are my wisdom teeth. There's dried blood on them. I'm going to show you guys my teeth. If you don't want to see the teeth, look away now, and I will verbally tell you the teeth are gone when you don't want to see this.
Fucking chat. Somebody wrote, I live to hear Carrie wheezing in the background.
I also have a lock of my daughter's hair in here.
Don't move the camera.
I can't tilt it?
No. You know how hard it is to line that shit up? There you go.
Everyone hit the floor.
No, that was Ivy moving.
These are my wisdom teeth. That's my daughter's tooth. It's so tiny, you can't really see it. One of my son's teeth. One of my teeth.
You know that there are people that come on, like, will tune in thinking that we're about to have a real serious, like, email conversation. You're like, look at my teeth, guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Not the hairy teeth.
Yeah. I have to get all this back into the box now. Pardon me one moment, guys. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for tuning in and liking my personality. Shut the fuck up. That was funny, Carrie. All right.
Never did I expect a treasure chest of teeth. But it's called, but it's cured the depression I was feeling all day today.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's funny. That's so funny.
You have to keep those. I binge watch Forensic Files. Yep.
Our D&D sessions are on Saturdays. We play on Twitch, To Be Better Podcast, at 5 o'clock. And then we have, I think this week will be the first time that we have the To Be Better Life account. We'll get a live stream of it as well.
Yep.
So you'll be able to watch on YouTube or on Twitch. But you'll have to subscribe to the Life account over there.
You will.
Much, much smaller account. It's literally just stupid shit of us. So video
Yeah.
games, things of that nature.
This is the era for the weirdos. I'm here for it. We've always been here. We're just louder.
Peach is my spirit animal for real.
Oh, thank you. Very goblin girl energy. Would you say I'm a goblin, babe?
Yeah, kind of. Probably more of a kobold, but yeah.
A kobold? What is
Yeah,
that?
they're like little dragon creatures. They're
Oh,
little,
yeah?
little tiny guys.
Oh, you think I'm tiny? Thank you.
The screen did get glitch green. I have no idea why it's doing it, but it doesn't do it on the cameras, only on the computer. It's fucking weird.
I'm that person. I'm willing to buy strangers' teeth at an antique market. Like, oh yeah, let's go. We went to an antique market and they had elongated skulls. And if they weren't like $1,300, I would have asked for one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabrina said one thing at being a new mom in the hospital, they gave us a paper with the baby's blood on it in case his DNA is needed for whatever reason, etc. Wow, example kidnapping, etc.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I am the tooth fairy. My daughter wanted to put her tooth under her pillow, and I was like, no, we're going to put it in my box, but I'll message the tooth fairy and let them know that it came out. I was like, after this one, the tooth fairy can have all the rest, but I want the first one.
Zach said if he got all of his teeth pulled, do you want them?
I do. I do.
God damn it, too.
I had a family member get a pinky amputated.
I fucking hate teeth so much.
I had a family member get their pinky amputated. And I asked them, can you ask your doctor if I can have it? And they told me no, because it was...
Biomedical waste.
But I can keep a dead deer?
That's called taxidermy.
How? Oh, because it's a person, it's different?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, shit.
I heard the Buffalo Bill in me. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, my goodness. I'm definitely on a watch list somewhere. Oh, man.
To hear you say, I'm definitely on a watch list somewhere with a tissue up your nose. Oh, shit.
Oh, my abs hurt.
Fuck.
In the midst of all of this chaos, someone just said, thank you for saving my marriage. You're welcome. Oh my God, our life is wild. Thank you for being open to the content and not judging us. I forgot we were working for a second.
Somebody else said Carrie's wheeze kills me. Oh, fuck.
Oh my gosh.
I'm crying. The dab hit was wrong. I was too busy trying to breathe.
That's funny. Peaches for president. My husband had a dream.
Last night. Last fucking night. Sure did. That was fucking weird.
Holy shit. Could you imagine?
Nope.
Could you imagine? My God. I'd mom voice this whole fucking country.
Clean your fucking rooms. Love the setup. Just finished episode 13. Well, you got a long way to go, and you're going to see, 5 changes of the podcast?
Oh, a lot.
Because we started at the kitchen table,
We did.
then built the room, then
Right.
changed the room, then moved the room to a new room,
Right.
then to the studio, then here.
Yeah. A lot
and
happened.
this has changed multiple times
This
too.
has. Yep.
The Costa Rica trip is not sold out. There are 9 slots left. Yeah. Costa Rica is going to be a fucking blast.
I can't wait.
And it's so much cheaper to fly to Costa Rica than it is to fly to Thailand.
Cheaper to go to Costa Rica than it was Vegas.
Yeah, it was. The flights. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure that as it gets closer to that time frame, that the flights will change. But I just did like what?
The antique mall that y'all came to here in Lake City last year is closing down. They have a major sale right now.
That's a long ass drive to go to an antique store.
Are we doing anything?
That's the Webb's one.
Are we doing anything this weekend?
Yes. Yes. Dude's coming tomorrow to buy all the gym equipment. Get all
Okay.
that out of the garage.
Okay.
I have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow.
Saturday we have
Saturday's
D&D.
D&D.
Sundays D&D.
No, we don't have D&D Sunday, but I think we've got something else. We have a busy weekend. This weekend's a lot. This whole week has been like catch up for me
Yeah.
because I missed the last month of my life with my back pain. So,
Okay.
are your podcasts on Spotify the same as your episodes on YouTube? They go live at the same time, so yes, but you get more content on YouTube because there's shit that was released to YouTube that didn't go anywhere else. A lot of it, actually. I saw something else that I wanted to touch on.
Someone said, not my single ass thinking about going to Costa Rica with you guys. We have people coming who are single. This
Yeah.
isn't just a couples thing.
Nope.
So
So somebody asked actually about Costa Rica. That's what I scrolled back up to.
I saw a bunch of the CRs and I read it as
So it's May 20th through the 26th. It is 2 different locations. There's a waterfall hike, a guided nighttime photography tour where you can like interact with the jungle. There is a cocoa plantation tour, a swinging bridge thing that we get to go
Chocolate.
across. Yeah, chocolate. There's a whole lot going on in Costa Rica. And part of it's in an eco lodge, which is really fucking cool because you'll be in the mountains.
right in the
So-
trees. Like, I'm going to pretend I'm a panther. Just so you guys are fully aware. I'm going to find a really nice branch that I can get to. And I'm going to have you take a picture of me dangling with my arms and legs like a panther. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like the lizard photo from Vegas. I
Yeah.
have that still.
Do you?
Of course I do.
Yeah. I want to recreate animals.
She said, babe, take a picture of me like a lizard on a rock. And I said, what? And she jumped off the fucking side of this thing and hit this rock and got into like a Spider-Man pose.
I did.
And I was like, okay, I got it. And she's like, okay, now do this one. She posed again. And I was like, okay. And she's like, I have always wanted to do that. Yep, I kept those pictures.
I'm so glad you did. I wanted them.
When is Costa Rica? Costa Rica is May 20th to the 26th of next year. There's a link in the description on YouTube. You guys can click. It'll take you to the Trova Trip page, which will give you all of the information on Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
Lizard Peach is president.
Oh, man. I'm excited to go to the beach later. It's going to be nice to get out of the house.
Yeah,
I hope you're able to come. That guy comes early.
we'll see.
I want to do it after dinner. I want food and bellies and then
Yeah.
go to the beach and then bedtime.
Got to find out if we can find a metal detector locally so that if we are doing that shit on a regular basis, it gives me something to do other than sit there.
Yeah.
Because I won't be able to just sit there. Be a lot of fun, though. Some of the questions that you guys have asked are a lot more than a simple when's the best time to end a marriage conversation. Like there's so much detail and information that needs to go into something like that to be able to answer questions. So for you guys who want to actually get into like real in-depth crazy shit like that, send us emails tobebetterco@gmail.com and be as detailed as possible. What beach do you guys go to? We go to Boca Grande quite a bit.
Carrie said we need to go to some middle beach.
Oh yeah. Okay. Nicole said you guys go on trips without each other. I always feel unsafe or guilty if I go on a trip without my husband. We would not be going places without each other.
Yeah.
She doesn't like me going to the studio while she's at home.
I hate it. I hate you leaving.
Yeah.
I don't want you to leave. Come back. Glue me to your back.
So we tend to
Put me
stay
in a
together
baby Bjorn
pretty much all the time.
on your chest.
Like The Hangover.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
The only instance I can think of my husband not traveling with me is if I do a trip with my sister.
Yeah.
Like a little sister bonding trip somewhere.
I think the context of that kind of matters.
It does, yeah.
Somebody said to repeat the email. It's the number 2, bebetterco@gmail.com. Any ideas for a Halloween themed D&D character? Our DM is doing a spooky one shot for October. I'm excited.
Dracula.
I mean, you can technically play as a vampire in D&D. How many tattoos do you each have? Can you tell us about any of them? I love tattoos. I have one.
It's just not done yet.
It's just not done. Yeah.
I stopped counting at like 40. Yeah.
Yeah, it stops going from how many do you have, and it becomes how do I connect them?
Yeah.
Running out of skin.
How much space do I have left?
What is D&D? D&D is Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. This is Lilo. A little bit of honey mustard on her. Carrie can't breathe. Lilo the potato. I adore Lilo. Ivy's jealous that she's not getting attention, so she's hitting everybody right now for it.
Yeah.
She is. That's what she's doing.
We are 54 minutes.
Not the wheezing in the background. Carrie, breathe.
Trying to save money for a trip to Anchorage, Alaska at the start of the... I don't know what that is. My boyfriend of 1 year mother lives in Anchorage, and we'd stay in her condo right by downtown Anchorage. That's dope. Fucking do it.
Want to go to Alaska?
I actually signed up yesterday for Norwegian Cruise Lines because a listener or a fan, a follower, a watcher, I don't know what we are supposed to call them, a tribe member, how about that?
Okay.
Wrote in and said that they could put us on their family plan. So we get like a 30 or 40% discounts on cruises.
Shut up.
Yeah, so I fucking signed up for that cruise site because that's who their plan is through. And in the event that we wanted to go to Alaska and see the Northern Lights and glaciers and shit, we just have to find the cruise that does that and then discount. Love that shit. We'd have to fly into Seattle. I looked a lot yesterday. That was what I was doing when I
You
got
did.
called
That's
home.
funny. So, I don't know if this is just like a flavor of my autism, but I like acting out things in places that I know was supposed to take place there. And Alaska is part of the Arctic. You're going to have to film me screaming like I'm from the Terror in the middle of the snow. Sir John, no! It'll be a whole thing. Yep.
Somebody said, so are we going on a cruise now? I mean, that might be a thing. That actually might be a possibility for me to call one of those cruise lines and be like, hey, we want to host a meet and greet on one of your boats. I want to book out 10 rooms. Give me a deal.
Yeah. That would be dope.
That would be dope because then we're all scheduled time frames instead of just being with each other the entire time.
Yeah.
So if we were doing like people that we didn't know on that would be kind of cool.
Wildlife safari.
Let's do a cruise. I would 1000% do that.
I'm not picking you back up, Lilo. Okay, that's it. You made your choice. Badass. That's funny. Ivy. I know. Come on.
Can you please post that to your page? It would be awesome. We've posted the Costa Rica trip. We talk about it a lot. Whenever we post the shit up there, we try to link it and post it so that people can see what's going on with that. That's going to be the next big trip. Will be May.
Yeah.
Unless we do the couples retreat before then. But I was talking to Zach and Jenny, and they think that we should do something in like downtown Disney area
I think that's a good idea.
because you have Universal Studios and all of the Epcot and all that shit there, and people could fly in for a weekend as like a holiday, and then come spend 2 or 3 hours having dinner and then seminars with us, and then bounce them back out. We could just host it one night in Airbnb,
Right.
catering, and go, and then people can make a whole weekend out of it for them.
You want to check super chats?
Oh yeah, I can try. Let's see if it'll open on this tab. Oh, it did. Look at that. Now I just got to find them. Bloop.
Bloop. All right, from Rebecca Black. Thank you. You guys have brought so much light and growth to my life. I was binging Voice of the Broken since I listened to all of the To Be Better, and bam, here's a pop-up.
Love that.
Nice.
Thank you for supporting my side project.
Spring Allison. Hope y'all are having an amazing day.
Hope you are as well.
Thank you for that. Bandit Gaming. Thank you for all you guys do for the and the community.
Thank you for being a part of it.
All right, from Alexandria Marie. I
Well,
think
I'm
this is
invested
from
in this one.
Facebook. I went to Burning Man. I attended in 2015 and went back in 2017 as part of one of the fire troops that performed in the Great Circle around the man. If you guys want any tips, tricks, advice, etc., feel free to reach out. I'm still accessible via the Discord. I just haven't been able to afford resubbing to the Patreon/Discord yet.
I will figure out how to reach out to you because I have questions about Burning Man, and it'll be way easier to ask than it will be to try to fucking do the research. My big thing with Burning Man really does come down to like, I don't want to be in the desert for 3 days without being able to shower. And that's why I was like, we could sell the van and just get another one. Definitely don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Last time I looked at vans, the one I wanted was like $220,000. Like,
Right.
I could build the van out in completion and still be under that with what we've got into the van already.
What does that say? Bina? I saved my first super chat for the best couple. Oh, thank you. I'm so grateful for all you guys do and for all your content, sending lots of Care Bear heart eyes your way. Thank you. We got an early access from Justin. Is that what that said, Justin?
Yep. All right. I think that was everyone. Those were all from last week. What about a toy hauler? Well, we already have the van. Buying a toy hauler would be way cheap. I wonder if we can find a toy hauler that has like a shower in it. I bet we can. That might be the fucking move.
Yeah.
Amber said, y'all inspired me to start a side hustle. Tell me about it. What's your side hustle? Do you guys still open gifts from people all the time?
Still receiving wedding invitations.
Such a cool thing. We are totally going to fucking crash a wedding one of these days.
We will.
It's going to just have to line up at like the right time, right place kind of thing for us to hit it. But
Yeah.
not sure you would want to rent anything. Did you see the mud? I didn't see anything from this last Burning Man. I know they had a whole lot of rain. There was a whole bunch of nonsense out there, but everything that I've ever watched with Burning Man, it's always been super fucking dry out there. This was just a fluke year. I also would like to point out with the Burning Man thing that even though I'm going for the environment experience, the voyage of it all, I should say. I'm trying to not be demonetized. There's also a really big art thing that goes on there every year. People buy and sell their art, and then, you know, they even burn some of their shit. Like, I want to experience that whole thing.
Yeah.
You can send us stuff to the P.O. Box. I can give you the, it's on our website, tobebetter.com. Our P.O. Box is on our website. I don't have it memorized.
I need Faded Peach to officiate my wedding. Well, we are licensed for that.
We actually did become ordained.
We are ordained,
so that we can marry people.
I can get baked as fuck and be like, all right, homies. Word.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. We are ordained. I have my clergy badge. I'm gonna be super official with this shit.
Dar said, you all had helped get my ass in gear to make the right decisions to move my life forward. Thank you so much. We need another large private COD game.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yep.
I just saw Mahalo and Big Cap somewhere. But
Yeah.
isn't that like a Hawaiian thing? Oh, I am new and enjoying you guys so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Glad this was a good start to the day.
It's crazy to see how many people we've impacted.
Yeah.
We are looking for sponsors right now.
Yeah.
Right? For the first time ever, we've decided that we actually want to engage the idea of taking sponsors on. And because of that, I had to download all of our metrics. And in doing the downloading of the metrics, our podcast just through Spotify, Apple, like that streaming has had 4.1 million downloads in less than 2 years. 4.1
It's insane.
million. Most people never hit 1,000. Like when you put those kind of numbers in perspective, like we are affecting change in people's world, or we wouldn't be here still. People would have not listened, and like there would be no community built. It's fucking crazy to like
Right.
really take those kind of numbers in.
Hearing 4 million downloads is insane. That's a lot of people.
Right. Yeah, Brooke said, love the ordaining thing. That's so funny and smart. It was not, it is funny and it was kind of done to be funny, but we have a lot of people who are engaged that want us to
Yeah.
officiate their marriage. And we've agreed to a couple of them whenever they actually take place. But like, I want to get the first few fumbles really out there with people
Yeah.
who know and is not going to hate us for it.
Definitely do some practice rehearsals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Zach said they're going to do a private game while I'm traveling again. Nah, maybe. When is the merch coming? There's merch on our website.
Yep.
It's been there. We've done probably 6 or 7 limited release t-shirts, and now we have steady run of stuff up there.
Yep. We want to be you for Halloween. What?
That would be fucking wild, wouldn't it?
Could you imagine?
Crazy.
If you could design a costume, oh, it's gone. If you could design a costume of yourselves, what would you wear?
Just to really make fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
Overalls, gator skin boots, no shirt, giant straw hat,
Yeah.
and some fucking
Something out of your mouth.
pit vipers.
Yeah.
And I'll hold a beer, even though I don't drink beer.
Yeah.
You guys
A
believe that?
T-Rex costume, an inflatable T-Rex costume.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that trust can be restored in a marriage once he has cheated?
Yes.
Yes. We know for a fact that it can. You guys can have a new relationship with, the same person. Got a compliment on Ivy's behavior.
Oh, thank you.
For you guys who are really about Ivy, Better Built Dogs on Instagram and TikTok, he's the one who trained Ivy for us. Clinton said, I will say thank you too for everything. And I had some self-worth work last night and dug deep and put my relationship on pause. By the way, the voice of the broken episode 11, first half. Love you guys. Thank you for that. I'm glad you guys are writing in. I'm glad you're working on yourself. I didn't hear my super chat. LOL. It might have got missed.
Do you want to go back to the chat in Discord?
I can go back and look for sure, but we read the side hustle one.
We did.
We just read that one.
We just read that one. We don't see a super chat from Alana.
Just send it again. We'll try to catch it and read it. You don't have to send a super chat again. Just send what you said.
Yeah, just sent the phrase.
You missed mine too. Sorry, Heather. Yeah, just send what you guys said so that we can read it. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things back here. Sometimes they get missed.
Someone asked if people can fall out of love. Love is a choice.
It absolutely is.
Love is certainly a choice.
How often should you label your emotions out loud when you first start self-regulating? And do you have other tips for that?
When I first started regulating my emotions, I would say it every time. If I feel like I'm no longer on my baseline, I'm stopping what I'm doing and I'm identifying my emotion.
Yeah, I don't do that out loud though.
No?
I also don't allow myself to become emotionally unhinged. Like I start to check myself when I start getting worked up and try to talk myself back down because borderline.
Right.
Chris, to answer your question, I sell products I designed to raise money for autistic kids and their families. That's fucking gangster.
That's dope.
Saw y'all's pickup for people wanting recommendations for his smut book with y'all's videos, with y'all's vibes. That's fucked up. I just started the check-in list with my daughter, 16, and I believe it's helping us. We've always been close, but honest, it's making us closer. I love that.
Love is not a feeling, is what my boyfriend says. How do you describe that feeling? Love is a feeling. Love is an emotion.
It is an emotion. It's also a choice. I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. I would want to actually have a conversation to see what he means by that.
Yeah.
I just got my Protect Her shirt. Oh, hell yeah. That means that everything
Nice.
made it out on time. When are you going to get support code with Dakota? You mean like a coupon code? I don't know. If we, in a perfect world scenario, and I've thought about this quite a bit. I'm just going to throw it out there. I've not actually talked to anyone about it, but in a perfect world scenario, we would sell our house, because we've talked about that at length over the last 3 years. By 22...
That's the super chat.
Where?
Alana.
This
You can
one?
finish your thought, but I wanted you to stop it from
Okay.
scrolling.
It's this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Buy 20 to 100 acres worth of land in like Tennessee, Kentucky, somewhere in that mountainous area. Get the people that we love the most in our lives to try to live on the land with us, and then start like an actual compound business type scenario where we bred the dogs like Ivy, started training them and making that a thing. Because if we had the land and all of that, and Dakota could go full time just dealing with dogs, and he was breeding the dogs for the temperament like Ivy, that could still work like Monarch,
Yeah.
and like he could do that and start training those dogs, he'd be fucking rich as shit over the course of 10 years.
Right.
I think that would be absolutely incredible. And we would get to be a part of it, because like we'd get to help with the dogs, and you know, I want to see all of our people that we're invested in emotionally
Do
just
well.
fucking thrive. Do you have any new book recommendations for business and or leadership that is not on the book list?
Everything I know of goes on the reading list.
Yeah, we put that actually, that list probably doesn't get updated as much as we think it does.
Oh, I always message Zach and
So
ask to have it updated.
do I, but it's one of those things that like, I think that's my own perception, because I read so many books, and like, I know I don't send everyone over there. I'll send one when I hear one specific thing, be like, this needs to go on the list and this is why.
Yeah.
I sent something to him a week or two ago, but I don't think it was a business book. We can have a business conversation real quick, because I actually was planning on making a TikTok about this too.
Okay.
Last night I saw a video.
Carrie, can you put the camera on him, please?
Most of my TikTok following are entrepreneurs, people who are trying to build brands, friends, etc. But a lot of the bullshit snake oil salesman guru type shit pulls up on my TikTok fucking constantly. And I see things like how to 1x or 100x your performance, and 10x this, and 5-second rule of this, and 10 rules to business this, and all of these things that pop up make really good points. But if you don't understand the larger picture of all of this, it doesn't matter what you're saying, because the people aren't there to really understand and grasp at it. You know what I mean? So like 5 rules to business, if you've never owned a business, you're not learning anything there. That's a ploy to get you to buy a book so that you can finance these gurus' lives and continue to make them money, because you have no idea what's going on. And then you see the type of shit where they're like, here's 5 rules to success. You want to learn the next 5, buy my book. You've read the book. Now what's next? Now you got to buy my course. Now you got to start coming to seminars and we're going to mentor you and you're going to be a man and all of that bullshit. Like, I think that people are getting so caught up in like I don't know the steps that I'm willing to buy whatever to try to hope to get there. And if there was an easy step guide to get there, people wouldn't actually sell it because there's no money in the cure. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Had a fucking big old hoopla about that. What does the His Peace shirt say? It should be in the description of the shirt order. We're a little over an hour.
You can put it back, Carrie.
I recently started seeing this man who is 30 and I'm 24. Initially, he said he wanted to move slow. Yesterday, he told me he was very traditional and really enjoyed when I had food for him on the table when he comes home after work. Does this mean he's thinking of our future or simply stating his likes? I don't know if I'm reading too much into this. Thank you for your input. How long have you been together? His details matter. Do you live together? Because you said he wanted to move slow, but now he wants you to come over and cook his dinner every night. Have you had the conversation of, well, am I moving in to live there? And are you going to support me while I make sure that dinner's on the plate every night?
Wait, where did that come from?
He really enjoyed it when I had food for him on the table when he comes home after work. Does this mean he's thinking of our future or simply stating his likes? So if you guys aren't living together, does he expect you to come over and cook his dinner every night and just have it on the table ready when he comes home? Like,
right.
It doesn't make sense to me. But if you guys are living together, and he wanted to move slow, you living together is not moving slow.
Right.
Right. So like that, there's a whole lot to that. That's a much more needed detailed conversation. Where can I find Peach's Bath Line? Peach's Bath Line sold out overnight. We had a whole lot of plans to do a whole lot of shit, and we are doing. Oh, that was another thing we have to do tomorrow. We have a call tomorrow with them, don't we?
Do in the evening.
Okay.
4 p.m.
So we have. Jeff Graham is redoing your design.
Okay.
He wasn't happy with the things that he had done. He's like, this is one of the first times you've ever asked me to draw something that I can't figure out.
Wow.
And we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I was like, bro, think of Grease, like the movie Grease.
Yeah.
Just make a 50s style Bumblebee that matches kind of Peach's flavor and then do it like that.
Yes, please.
Be right back, guys. Sorry about that. School calls. Somebody asked where I got my shirt from. It came from Till Valhalla Project. It's appropriate for the month of September.
I'm so over not being able to breathe through my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, Caitlin just asked me to go pet goats with her.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to say yes.
So you don't even have to leave our road for that?
Oh my God. No, that goat looks mean. The one from that guy's yard. Place. Over here, Miss Ma'am. Over here.
Go.
Ivy, place. Do not be doing all that chaos.
All right. So anyways, with the bath line, because that's where we're at when the phone rang.
Yes.
We are hoping to have everything hashed out enough tomorrow that we can start getting product made. Still waiting on the logo to come from Jeff, and then we have to figure out the logistics of the website and how we're going to sell it. But once all that's in order, I would imagine right around Halloween would probably be around the first batch. Yeah.
Yeah, it would make sense.
So. Next dog Chris and Peaches get will be a goat. Nope. I really want a chocolate lab.
Yeah.
But I would be okay with a German short hair pointer. I'd even be okay with a Malinois if we could find one that's got a slightly less energetic temperament.
Less crackhead.
But
Excuse me. Pardon me.
Danish said, I forgot this was alive and you scared the shit out of me while I was pumping gas.
That's funny.
My divorce was finalized in July, separated for a year, found myself in a situationship, but it ended in August. I've been watching you guys for over a year and working on myself. I will always keep growing on myself. My question is, do I stay single, or if an opportunity comes along to build a connection, do I go for it? I don't want to jump into a relationship. I don't want to jump into a relationship into another, but I don't want to miss out on an opportunity to build a connection either. Any advice?
Well, if that connection is sex, it's not a connection.
Right.
So I would start there. I'm open to friendships. That can be our connection. And if it grows more from there, dope, but we're not boyfriend and girlfriend after 2 text messages. That's not happening.
Yeah, we're not middle school.
Yeah.
I think understanding that the more of a bond that you build without expectation, the more forthcoming and honest the conversation is going to be during the building phase. And I speak with our relationship as experience because we weren't intended
Right.
to do anything. We were just being friendly. And all of the conversations that had led into the list of written expectations and the check-ins and all of the things that we did, because there was no intent to the conversations that we were having. It was just free-flowing information, kind of even bitching about our lives.
Yeah.
But it let us know like what we are willing to and not willing to accept from other people in our lives. And you really build a foundation from there. So if you're looking to genuinely meet people and just build connections, that's where relationships get formed. If you are swiping because you want to fucking get dick down, that's a very different conversation.
Right. The sickness is starting to hit me. My brain's starting to hurt.
Yeah, you want to wrap up?
Yeah, I think I want to wrap up and mindlessly play some video games before I have to go pick up the children.
That works for me.
Especially if we're going to go to the beach later today. I want to relax for a little bit.
Yeah, that works. I can call the Bass Pro and see if that metal detector's in stock.
Okay.
All right. Well, with that being said, guys, thank you for tuning in today. If you are not a member of our Patreon, I highly recommend that you go check that out. We do these live recordings twice a week over there. Facebook, this is the first time you're getting one of these that's actually going to be used as a podcast. Normally, we read emails. We actually have unedited conversations over there because it's not YouTube. It's Patreon. So
yeah.
highly recommend that you guys go check that out. What is it? To Be Better. It's patreon.com/to be better.
That sounds right.
Yep. And if you're not subscribed on YouTube yet, please go do that, guys. We want to hit 250,000 by the end of the year. We're like 35 away. So we're getting close. That being said, guys, remember you're the author of your own life.
So grab a pen.
And we will see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.